Hello guys, it's Sean. So back with another Winds of Change video. Now the last one was pretty long and a lot happened in it. So yeah, apparently we're the Queen and all those spirits realms energies inside of us. And so yeah, we're Queen and Seeress, so this is great. We all entered the atrium, and I noticed Orc is still visibly shocked and angry. Pro seems the same, however, is less intense. They seem to recognize Salas. Even though some for teams seem ancient, our automated dead elder alive. Bodies scatter the floor as well as pieces of white and gold armor. Rebels cry, creating the bodies of the fallen comrades in their arms. There weren't many people left standing. This was claustrophobic. Yeah, morale's at 25. This is a claustrophobic attack. At 0 now. Dominic walks over to a nearby staircase and waves over me and Salas. We follow after him and slowly ascend the stairs. It was time to tell everybody. When we get to the top, he rests his hands on the railing and takes a deep
I guess
breath.
This is it. Where do I even start?
He shakes his head before clearing his throat. He had a lot of ground to cover. The noise took us to the atrium, and the surviving rebels started to look. Seeing Dominic atop the stairs, they gathered to listen to their leader.
They say that mercy is the mark of a great man. But there are no great men in war. We've seen that here today. War is only a game to see how much you can lose before giving up. But trust me, we will never give up. Join me, brothers and sisters. Grab a blade from the floor, even if it belonged to their honor guard. Take it. I'd prefer that. The Triumvirate may think they've crippled our resolve, but no. Each swing of that blade will carry the weight of our fallen comrades behind it. We will use that weight to crush their army and make them pay for this attack.
More rebels crowd around, looking up at Dominic. They have smiles on their faces as they nod along to his words. This inspires him to continue his speech, his morale rising quickly.
When the Triumvirate looks down on that blade in their final moments, I want them to know that they sealed their own fate. Mark my words, family. The Triumvirate shall fall. They will burn for what they've done here today. And in the end, they will beg for the mercy they were too unkind to give to us. We will free this world from their grip and deliver it to the hands of the righteous. Our dynasty will be marked with blood, yes, but theirs was marked with far more.
He looks over at Salas and motions for him to step forward. Doing so, a lot of rebels look shocked, much like Orc and Pro.
The Spirit Realm has given us one final blessing. The truth. Standing here before you is not Salas. He has become a vessel. This is the Spirit Realm embodied, powered by our underground idol. Driven by the howls of countless spirits, he seeks vengeance. But he has also brought with him the answers to our every question. No longer shall we live in the dark. We know the true nature of things.
Everybody murmurs amongst themselves, clearly confused. I guess over at Orc and Pro, they seem a bit more calm. As odd as the truth was, they seemed to trust Dominic no matter what.
We are not the only victims of the Triumvirate's wrath. The Spirit Realm is not what we believed. Not at all. What we cherished and worshipped was a prison. A prison to house the previous residents of Alestia. Residents that were deemed too corrupt by the Triumvirate. As they were pushed aside, we were created to serve. The Triumvirate did not create our world, but they did create us in the image of perfection. We were pure but over time, the previous residents reached out from their prison. Growing in strength, they created what we called the Spirit Idols. These were used to slowly give our people the gift of free will. Though pure, we lacked the abilities to be ourselves. This was the greatest gift we could ever ask for. They opened our eyes, allowing us to fight back.
Okay.
But so far, every insurrection has failed. This is what we will change thanks to the Seeress.
He waves me over and I take a few steps forward. There are rebels stare at me with hope in their eyes. A perfect counter to the despair I saw earlier.
You see, the Spirit Realm is no more. All of the energy in that realm has found a new home. Some of it is in this vessel, and some of it is in the blade. But the largest portion resides within the Seeress. This is why she is uniquely capable of wielding the blade. Alestia's previous residents, the ancient monarchy, are responsible.
Okay.
They saw a way to help us defeat the Triumvirate and took it. But you see, we no longer fight for ourselves. We fight for everybody. If we lose, both us and the monarchy perish. We cannot let this happen. We are the only people capable of carrying out this objective. There won't be another chance. No more seers, no more blades. We will show them that their vision of a pure world is flawed.
This is perfect.
But, in order to do so, I must step down as the general. You see, this army is no longer mine to lead. I'm sorry. This new truth changes both the world and our cause.
Wait, what? He's gonna make me in charge. Dominic motions for me to come closer, so I do. He smiles. I'm standing right beside him, resting my hands on the Bearstar. I see such a wide array of emotions coming from the rebels' faces.
As I mentioned, the Seeress was blessed with immense power. But what she truly has within is the souls of the monarchy, giving her the strength to use that blade. She is our champion. But she is more than just our champion. She is our queen, rightful heir to the throne of Alestia, our true ruler. By decree of the spirits, we are hers to command.
Not everyone is gonna take this too well. All eyes are on me now. I gotta serve Melissa and Fortem. They are in complete shock and awe at this revelation, but I am too. Without saying anything, I reach back for the blade and pull it out. I like the rebels and hold the blade up in the air. The beams of light from the surface serve to illuminate its beauty. This elicits rigorous applause from the rebels as they cheer me on. 5%. I smile looking down at my friends and comrades. In this moment, it seems like the hope we lost had finally returned. 5%. There was still lots to take care of, but we knew that this wasn't over.
If you'll excuse us, we need to make some new plans. But I'll have an itinerary posted in the barracks by morning. Until then, please do your best to clean up this atrium. And please, bring the bodies down to the spirit idol. It seems only fitting, and there's plenty of room. With that said, you're all dismissed. Thank you.
Dominic turns to face me and Silas. He smiles, realizing his job's done.
Well then, back to the war table. We need to talk about our next step. Without a bigger army, we won't win.
Wait, no. I'm not doing what he wants. If that's what he wants.
And I think I know what to do. Come on, bring your friends too. I'll grab Ulrich and Pro. Let's do this.
Something seems different about Dominic. He's not as happy and energetic as he was before, but he seems a lot more confident and resolute. When I get to the bottom of the stairs for the central team appear, I can tell that they're overwhelmed, but they also seem happy for me. They seem to disregard the resurrection of Silas and focus on me.
I always knew you were special, but a queen and no more spirit realm. What's going to happen?
That is so cool, Seeress! Or I guess I should call you Queen now. Or maybe Monarch? I don't know, it's just cool.
He laughs and shuffles someplace awkwardly. They may not want to talk about it, but they know. Everything feels off right now. Things are so confusing.
I hope that we can work all of this out. Let's go plan our next move with Dominic. I wonder what he has in mind for us.
I bet it's something amazing. He might not be the leader, but he's still a strategist. We need to make sure that we come back from this loss.
Melissa looks at all the bodies on the atrium floor. His shots are covered in blood, like they're stained for a long time. If Silas could come back from the dead, then what about them?
Yeah, we can't let their deaths be in vain. Like Dominic said, they need to give us strength. The only thing we can do is hope that it's enough.
We all arrive at the wartip, back at the wartip, taking sighs of relief. Domic's speech was great, it helped the rebels find hope again, but they need more than words to win the upcoming battle.
So, we need to find a new army. But recruiting Mazaeans would take far too long. We need to take drastic measures and fast. This is where my initial plan comes into play. We can use that spiritual energy to create seers. They could see the outcome of every battle, every attack.
No.
That doesn't make any sense, Dominic. Visions lied to the Queen, led us into a trap. The Triumvirate could just do that all over again.
But it'd be way easier. I noticed he used my new title. I still feel odd.
I'm not sure that's how it works. Beforehand, the visions came from their prison. That means the Triumvirate could tamper with the outflow. But now, all of that is in the hands of the Queen. There's nothing getting in the way. See what I mean? The power of the Spirit Realm is now ours to wield, Ulrich.
That still doesn't make any sense. The Spirit Realm isn't what we thought it was, Dominic. It was just a prison. How can that help us tell the future?
Before Dominic can respond, Silas steps forward.
That was our culture. We all had this ability. It is how the monarchy lived in peace and prosperity. There was no danger left unchecked. No chance. The world was being guided to the one true future. It is not unlike the concept of fate that some believe in, but it is tangible. We knew where we were going. Always. That is why the Triumvirate was such a shock to us. An unknown variable in a future we completely mapped out. It was too late to adapt. We were already shackled. We slowly learned to lend our foresight to your world. However, we were only strong enough to help one individual. This is the concept you have learned to call the Seer, or Seeress. Domic's theory is sound. There is no longer any interference. The source of this power is now the Queen, rather than a prison. She can freely give this power to any individual she pleases.
Can she give it to herself?
We would not recommend this course of action. Every vision she induces would reduce her overall strength. It would whittle away at the monarchy, slowly killing us all. Furthermore, she does not know how to ration this power. She could end up expending almost all of it with a single vision. We would recommend giving a small portion of power to others. However, they would be rendered useless after this war. Using this power would be too much for their mind.
Useless?
They would be unable to think for themselves, or at all. The king could only do this because he grew up with that power. Just like our culture. To receive it too late can wreak havoc on the mind.
So if I do this, the person will basically be brain dead.
So they'd just sit around until they died?
Unless you fed them.
There must be another way. Just look in front of you. That energy could be used to bring back the forces we lost. We could create more vessels for the monarchy. More soldiers.
Orcus right, there was more than one choice here. It wouldn't be right to condemn our people to a zombie-like existence. If their minds died out after the war, they'd have no victory to enjoy.
We would not advise this action. We can barely maintain this form. The wounds that ended Silas are burning, as if freshly inflicted. It is only tolerable because of the immense power within us. Lesser beings would be feeling eternal pain, and death does not come easily to a vessel like this. Wounds endured during the war would add to this pain. We would not wish this punishment upon anybody. Life and eternal pain, a constant memory of their own death. They perished for your cause. Give them the rest they deserve.
So there's no good choice here.
I don't know. An army of seers would be great for strategizing, but stealing their own future from them? That's wrong. On the other hand, bringing back the dead? I'm unsure.
Can't do neither.
The pain would fuel their rage and make them stronger. They could eventually learn to manage it with medicine. At least they'd have a future. The Seers certainly wouldn't.
There must be something else we can do.
Not if you wish to make use of this power. It is powerful when used, but limited in scope. I will help the Queen carry out whichever she decides.
Right, I guess it's not my place to choose. Sorry, I must be still adjusting to this change.
Suddenly all eyes are upon me. I have no idea what to say or do. Eternal pain or rhyming futures. Greeting Seers would ruin their mind after the war. They'd just sit in a chair while we fed them to remain alive. But an army of vessels, they'd feel nothing but excruciating pain. And not even death would come to free them from that pain. The body could get ravaged, but the power would still be inside. If only it were possible to cure them of this pain after the war was over. Or for that matter, I wish it were possible to preserve the Seer's minds. But neither option has a foreseeable cure. This is choice involving the war. We needed an immediate boost of forces, and it seemed that no cost was too high. What should I do?
I'm sorry. I don't know. I really can't help you this time.
Dang it.
You're asking too much of me. Sorry. This isn't something I could possibly decide.
God, I want to create an army of Seers. Yeah, let's do it. Army of Seers. An army of Seers would be the most useful. With foresight, they could dodge every attack. That would be essential as we attacked Altius. They could help us strategize as well, but their true use would come on the battlefield. Calling out attacks and preventing ambushes make my choice known to my allies. I met with uncertain gazes as I expected. There was no right choice in this situation.
Very well.
So, there we have it. What happens next?
I will take the Queen to the idol and help. After that, we must all reconvene in this war room. The strategy is required for this newfound army.
They all nod and step close to the table. I follow Silas out of the room to carry out my duty. As I leave, I can hear them planning and I feel hopeful. We will turn this defeat into our most profound victory. Under my leadership, we would witness the triumvirate fall. So let's see if that was a pure choice. Yay. Scared about that one. I was worried that that wouldn't be a pure choice. Follow Silas back to the room with the spirit idol. It's dark and dim with its staff. The monarchy was imprisoned no more. However, existing within vessels and the blade, was that considered freedom? I wonder what would happen to the monarchy after this war. Their bodies are likely long gone. What would become of them? I wonder if there's a way to reverse everything their triumvirate has done. But there's no time to think about that. It's time to create our army. Let's try luck before we begin. Alice arrived at the Rebel HQ. Oh yeah, Alice. Alongside him was a massive amount of people from Valinor. His evacuation was successful. This meant far more soldiers. And it also meant a large number of volunteers. Knowing the importance of being Seer, they wanted help. I suppose it was only fitting that we kept this tradition within Valinor. But part of me felt bad. I was doing this to my own people. They were made aware of the repercussions, but still agreed. That made me feel a bit better, but it didn't really move the guilt. It was just like I thought, the blade is an extension of the warrior's mind. Silas told me how to wield it, and I was laid on the volunteers. almost like a knight example in stories of old would claim them Seers. But he also told me that the effects wouldn't happen immediately. They need to be watched carefully for the next day or so. When their power kicked in, they would act irrationally. After that, we make our way back to the war table. I can only hope that things go smoothly for our future. When we arrive, it seems like Dollmaker already has had a strategy.
Absolutely not.
So they're fighting. Okay, that makes sense.
Ulrich, we have no other choice. Our forces require more than one major boost. Going to Alarinthia, we could convert them to our side.
He's from Alarinthia.
They don't want to be converted, they want blood. Plain and simple.
There must be something we can do.
We could seek the help of Vivian.
Who?
Yeah, no one knows who that is, Stomach.
Alarinthia has a rebellion of its own. A group of people who want to change the way it's run. We could help her journey to the throne in exchange for her help.
I've never heard of this.
Apparently they follow after ancient ideals. An Alarinthian legend that wanted to change the nation. So far it seems like none have been strong enough to do so.
It's because strength always wins. Plain and simple. And with strength and power, they don't want anything to change. They only want to secure their own rule. Alarinthia is always the same.
Well, the mainland has never reached out before, right? If we team up with them, yourself included, we could win. If that's not possible, then maybe we can cut a deal with Draku.
Draku? He wants nothing more than to flex his power. He may rule over Alarinthia, but he's no ruler. Trust me.
Alarinthia are their leaders chosen by a battle. So basically only the strongest can rule. So, of course, the leader is going to be power hungry and full of themselves. Sadly.
Well, I think we have a good opportunity for him, actually. What better way to show strength than to dethrone gods? There's a couple of avenues to take here. We need to do this.
Excuse my lack of enthusiasm, Dominic. I think there are more pressing matters at hand. We still need to decide what to do with him.
Are you talking about Salus? His corpse. Yep. He does say it's Salus who shakes his own head in return.
We require no maintenance. We simply wish to fight and teach. Our legacy demands to be passed on.
There you have it. I don't think there's anything we can do. He won't be of any harm to us, right?
Okay.
That's what we thought about the honor guard. Are you really going to gamble on the spirits again? What if there's a chance he's just lying to us, Dominic?
We have no reason to lie, and we do not appreciate this accusation. Using the honor guard, we fortify these tunnels. It is thanks to us that you survived this ordeal. Many of our citizens were sacrificed in order to do this. Controlling the Triumvirate's forces was taxing, to say the least.
Some of them died in the prison.
Then why did they kill almost all of us during the attack?
Better than everyone dying.
Our control was strong, but not strong enough. It was easy for the Grand Inquisitor to overpower us. Until today, he had never set foot in these tunnels. We do not mind answering questions, but we do mind being accused of wrongdoing. Everything we've done to help your cause.
To what end?
The Triumvirate's end.
Orc said something shaking his head. It seems there was a counting off his objections.
I think we should just trust him, Ulrich. He's answered so many of our questions. Things make more sense now, wouldn't you say?
He doesn't respond. However, 14 steps forward.
What should we call him, though?
We do not require a name.
We have to call you something, I'm sorry.
You might think that, but you still need one. It's out of convenience, not necessity.
Convenience?
Yeah. Nobody really needs a name. It just helps us talk to one another, you know? It's especially helpful in battle, or while strategizing.
Very well. We will think of a name.
However, before much time passes, Felissa interjects.
How?
Huh?
That's what Dominic said, right? Driven by the howls of countless spirits. It seems fitting, given the circumstances.
Valessa, I.
We accept this moniker. However, we must discuss another matter. This strategizing you speak of, we wish to help.
That's my job, actually.
And look where it got you.
How?
What?
Your blind faith in spirits caused all of this. Our judgment will not be clouded. We wish to take your place. Remember, you are no longer in charge. This is the Queen's choice.
How to face me? Really another important choice.
We wish to be your advisor, Monarch. We've watched this world for almost an eternity. We know how the enemy works and thinks. It would be the wisest course of action. Dominic is responsible for this catastrophe. He would be unfit to give you advice in the future.
That is absolutely untrue. In this world, we learn from our mistakes, Howl. We don't condemn others based on bad decisions.
Perhaps that is why you are easily oppressed. There is no room for error in these final days. Perhaps in the future, you can atone for this.
I can tell that they're about to get locked in a heated argument. To avoid this, I slam my hands down the war table, startling them. A loud echo reverberates through the room as I assert my authority. Yeah. Dominic revives me as he always has. Sorry, Hal. Let them know that I want Dominic to be my advisor. I agree with everything he said, and I still don't really know how. Being an advisor required both knowledge and teamwork.
Very well.
Sorry, Hal, you're just kind of lacking the teamwork part. I said, yeah, that was a pure choice. So I've gotten majority of the pure choices so far.
Thank you.
They still stare at each other with evil eyes. I ended this one soon. I could tell that animosity was growing between them. Anyway guys, that'll be it for this video. Because I have enjoyed like video, so if you want to subscribe to the next video, whenever, or whatever that one, maybe, yes.